Tom Brady, Tony Romo, Troy Aikman, Greg Olson, and J.J. Watt. Who doesn't belong and why? We're talking NFL announcers. Who's up? Who's down? YouTube and the Great Rebundling, the Stuart Scott documentary, and much more. It's Marchand and Meterparel. Everybody loves sports media. I'm John Meterparel. He's Andrew Marchand. Andrew, your first thought on the top issues about the NFL announcers as we near the end of the regular season.
Meet, when we look at the announcers right now, and especially the analysts, we are in prime season in terms of the depth. You have Tom Brady at the top of Fox, Greg Olson, who could be a number one anywhere, Drew Brees trying to work his way back up at number 3. Then you look at CBS and what they've done. They have Jim Nantz and Tony Romo at the top. We'll get into them later. But number 2, Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt look like a team that could be a number 1. And you got some guys up and coming, Jason McCourty, Ross Tucker, some guys that I like. So I just think that, something here, we're near the end of the regular season. Thought it's a good topic for us to delve deeper into what we've seen. And I think it starts off with Brady and his improvement.
Yeah, I think it's a renaissance period for analysts. I noticed that this Sunday watching games. I came away thinking, there's a lot of good analysts out there, and some are unheralded. We'll get into that. But first, about our great sponsor, WSC Sports.
Before I get to that, last week, Hans Schroeder was the guest on Off the Record with me, Andrew Marchand, presented by WSC Sports. He's great. We're going to play that. Probably come out Wednesday afternoon. Hans, of course, is the EVP of Media Distribution. Tremendous story. His one about Steve Jobs is so good. And just like their future. Could a digital player get a Super Bowl? All there in the main event. Presented by WSC Sports. They put on a great event last week. And again, you got to use them. If you're a league, your team, or your network, WSC Sports, digital asset management, a library that actually gets sports. Use AI tags, digital asset management. It takes minutes, or not even, maybe even seconds, to get an old highlight. Check it out at WSC-sports.com. We're twice weekly podcast. AndrewMarchand.com, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Those things are getting so big, pretty soon you'll be moving to MSG. Marchand's playing MSG.
There's been talks about moving him to Madison Square Garden. This is the talk.
Does the Felt Forum still exist? That would be a good spot.
I don't know if the Felt Forum's still there, but I'm not sure that is going to happen. Maybe we'll see. We're growing. Hopefully, we're hopefully going to go into year 2.
I'm hearing good things. What is up in your world?
My what's up is a local one. WFAN, Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata. For those who don't know, they are 2 talk radio hosts on WFAN. WFAN is bringing in Craig Carton to do afternoons. This caused a juggling of the lineup. Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata are out. And the reason they're getting my what's up, it's how they handled it. If you love them, you hate them. It's just first off, Chris Olivero and company let them stay on the air, going on the assumption that they're going to be professional. I think, you listen to their show, they have a lot of opinions, kind of like those old school little bit talk radio guys. But so you'd think maybe they'd fly off the handle, but they handled it with class. Even though they're getting replaced, and they're very positive about their future. So I just want to point that out. So they're my what's up because I've seen it before. For example, a guy who's a good guy, Tony Reali, I think at the end of Around the Horn, that wasn't great how things ended there because those last couple of weeks he was talking about what happened, and instead of, I think if you want to get those complaints and things that happen off the air, that's fine to discuss, but on the air, you want to be grateful. I thought BT and Sal did that, and so props to them, and they're my what's up.
All right, my what's up, Joe Buck, the Ford C. Frick Award winner. He is now a baseball Hall of Famer. He'll be inducted this summer. Well-deserved, long overdue. Let's hear one of my favorite calls from Joe Buck, 2004. You know it and you love it.
Back to Folk. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
All right, now this is a classic Joe Buck call because it was minimalistic, but he hit the right note. He was prepared for it. He reached it. He knew that millions of New Englanders were watching, and he just let it wash over him. He let the audience take over. He let the pictures take over. It was a terrific call. Probably not what he's most known for. Obviously in my top 5, along with the rest of Red Sox Nation. But Joe Buck always is composed. He's always a great listen. I love the fact that he interacts with, you name the analyst, he interacts well with them. He's just a professional. And when Joe Buck's calling a game, you know it's a big one. So congrats to Joe Buck.
Yeah, 24 World Series made him a shoo-in for that. A lot of other good candidates, but I thought it was obvious for Buck to get that. All right, my what's down is analysts rooting for athletes publicly. Now, everybody has relationships in the business, but I just think with Shedeur Sanders, this has kind of been pretty much in the forefront. Jacina Anderson used to be at ESPN, who's on Twitter a lot. Just a lot of tweets about, everything's never Shedeur's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. If something happens, it's wrong. Louis Riddick on ESPN, who has been very good with some of the quarterbacks over the years. The other day, I guess he said, Shedeur had a good play. Love it. Somebody responded to him. This aged well. And then he immediately goes, Judy dropped the ball. Dumb ass. I just think... I get it. I mean, look, if you want to do that, again, that's something I don't think is for public consumption if you have some relationships or whatever's going on there, but just rooting for players. It's not only these two, and it's with other athletes that sometimes you see it. Skip Bayless with Tebow back in the day was one that, but that's their thing. I think if you're a reporter or more of a true analyst like Jacina is and what, Louis Riddick, the talk show host where they're kind of doing a little bit of an act, then sure, maybe, but not the real analyst. So I think the rooting, I would get that out of my game if I was one of these people, especially, on social media, etc.
I almost wore my Matt Ryan throwback jersey today, but note to self.
I should have put you. Yeah, you're in there too. My what's down.
Thanks, Andrew. My what's down, not you, but Skip Bayless, the aforementioned Skip Bayless, for his tweet against Fernando Mendoza. Now, on the surface, I read it like 12 times, and it was a shot basically at the Heisman voters for not selecting Diego Pavia as the Heisman winner. Bayless is a noted Vanderbilt grad, but the worst part of the tweet was, Fernando Mendoza, congratulations, nice rehearsed and composed speech. And I'm paraphrasing, but that to me was, leave that part out. The speech, first of all Heisman speeches are in teleprompters. It's required by the Heisman committee to submit your speech beforehand if you're a finalist. They want to be prepared. He was prepared. He spoke from the heart, Skip. He was speaking about his mother and her struggles with MS. He was speaking about his father and what he meant to him. That was one of the best Heisman speeches I've ever seen. It was 6.5 minutes of pure elation, just pure joy on his, the fact that he reached this level of play when no one expected it. And his last message was, if I can do it, you can too. So it was inspirational and it was emotional. And that's what you're looking for. And well done, Fernando. Bad job, Skip Bayless.
It's fair. We're a twice weekly podcast, andrewmarchand.com, andrewmarchand.com for more. We had Bomani Jones on for the main event a couple weeks ago, John Oran last week. This week it will be Hans Schroeder, have Greg Hughes from NBC, PR lined up for Christmas week, and Mike Vaccaro in the on-deck circle, or I guess in the hole towards New Year's. So a lot to look forward to. andrewmarchand.com as we go into the new year.
All right, let's go to our questions. Let's talk announcers. Who's been really good and who needs to improve? You want to start with the A-team, Burkhart and Brady?
Yeah, so let's start first with